Olean, New York. We are at the William O. Smith Recreation Center in Olean, the Willio as they call it here, for tonight's matchup between two of the top teams in the UNYCHL West Division, possibly two of the top teams in the UNYCHL overall. It's the Buffalo State Bengals visiting the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Hello, I'm Aaron Elpern, and we're getting ready for live action here from the William O. Smith Recreation Center in Olean. It is the 5-1 Buffalo State Bengals on the road taking on the 2-0 Bonnies of St. Bonaventure. This is the first ever meeting between these two schools here tonight. They'll meet again in a few weeks in Buffalo. However, both were at Nationals 2 years ago, both at CHF Nationals in 2020. Buffalo State going 2-1 during that event. St. Bonaventure 1-0 before the pandemic brought the tournament to a halt right in the middle of things. We're back going now full strength, and we're underway here from Olean. Thanks for joining us tonight on the broadcast. As Jeff Jazarowski on the camera this evening, as Bonaventure dumps it into the Buff State zone. Ryan Hahn back after it. Puck still in the Buff State zone. Hahn has it behind his own net. Looks to break it out up the far side. Knocked down by the stick of Mason Mago. And it comes to the St. Bonaventure blue line. But sent back in by Buff State. Would have been offsides, however. And now it's a loose puck in the neutral zone. Elliot Hunt chasing his man down. Looks like he's going to be called for a penalty, though. And it looks like it's a hooking call going against Hunt. And Bonaventure gets the first chance in the power play tonight. Elliot Hunt heads to the box. Not even a minute into the action here, and St. Bonaventure gets a chance on the power play. Michael Rapp on for the draw. Bonaventure winning control of it, taking a quick shot from the sideboards. That one doesn't get through traffic. Now Adam Brennan finds it in the far corner. He's got three different Bona players on him, and Bona comes out with the puck. It's Aiden Jones at the point. Sends it to the half wall, shot taken there, blocker save made by A.J. White, and Adam Brennan with a chance to clear for Buff State, but he can't get it past the defenseman Jones. Jones almost stick-handled it out of the zone there, but he did keep it in, just a few feet inside the blue line right now, scrambling for possession. Bona doing a good job keeping it in the zone here as Buff State tries to clear it. Loose puck coming out along the blue line, kept in by Brady Fitzpatrick, sends it deep into the zone, and the power play continues for St. Bonaventure. Minute 20 remaining in the man advantage as O'Brien sends it back down low. Wraparound attempt tried there by Spina. Save made by A.J. White. And another clearing attempt doesn't get past the defenseman Jones on the left point. Feeds it down to O'Brien. And St. Bonaventure now starting to make some changes on their power play unit. Players coming in and off the ice, and they keep the puck in the zone as Buff State struggling to clear it here. Zach Schultz with a chance to do so. He can't get it past Fitzpatrick. And a loose puck is sent back down deep into the Buff State zone as Bona keeps the pressure on here on the power play. Loose puck finally taken away by the Bengals, and Sardina sends it the length of the ice as he is hit hard into the boards right in front of a group of rowdy St. Bonaventure fans. As Bona now tries to break the puck out of their own zone, but Anton Rupert causing some trouble there. Rupert tries to get a pass out in front to Guerrera, but a good defensive play cut that one off. Guerrera forces a turnover, gets it down low. Bengals threatening here on the man disadvantage. That shot goes off the arm of the goaltender and then the post. Bengals doing a good job keeping the pressure on here on the penalty kill as Anton Rupert has three guys on him in the far corner trying to get the puck out of there. Mason Mago does come away with it for Bonaventure though, and he gets it out into center ice, and it's sent the rest of the way in by James Johnson. Jeff Hyde back after it as the penalty comes to a conclusion. Hyde sends a pass up to Guerrera. Guerrera's got a little bit of room, sends it up the rest of the way up the far side, and it is too far for the intended target, Anton Rupert, and it will go for icing on the play. 17:23 remaining here in period number one. Still waiting for the game's first goal. No score as St. Bonaventure had the early opportunity on the power play. And now we are back to 5-on-5 play as the puck is in the Buff State zone. The faceoff coming up inside the Buff State zone. Bonaventure winning the draw, getting it back to the point. Radler taking a shot. Easy glove save made by A.J. White. Hangs on, doesn't allow a rebound. And we'll have another faceoff coming up there in the defensive zone. That did give the Bengals a chance to make a change there, as there are a couple of players that were on the ice for an extended period of time coming out of that penalty. Bengals winning the draw here. And Hyde tries to send a pass up the far side. Kept in on the play by Radler. Hyde again tries to get it out on that Warts, and finally it comes out into the neutral zone. Now Guerrera into the offensive end. Guerrero letting a shot go. That one hit the defenseman's skate. Ends up behind the net. Puck is played up to the far boards, and now Bono with a chance to break it out. Coming through the neutral zone now, it is Juhas. Juhas feeds a pass in front. Backhand pass to the far post, but Ben Tchaikovsky unable to get there. Pass comes up to the blue line. Now the Bengals through the neutral zone. Pass is intercepted, sent back inside the Buff State zone. Bengals regroup now. Ryan Hahn looking for a pass through the neutral zone. Icing waved off as Zach Schultz got a piece of that one. And now it's in behind the Bono net. O'Donoghue with it there, looking to break it out up the near wall. Good passing there from Bonaventure, but a turnover just inside the blue line as Glasgow stepped into a lane there. Bengals now with possession just inside of their own zone. Adam Brennan feeds a pass up the near wall. Gets it into center ice just outside of the Bono blue line right now, but the Bonnies find possession of it. Send a pass through the neutral zone. And the team's now going back and forth here in center ice as neither one can really mount a push into the offensive zone at the moment. Bono finally does get it into the offensive end. Bengals starting the breakout up the near side, kept in, deflected shot goes high and up over the net as Aiden Jones let that one go. Puck being kept inside the Buff State zone here, comes out in front, quick shot taken. A.J. White had to be sharp on that one as Sam Tchaikovsky made the quick shot on goal as the puck came right out in front. A.J. White making the stop, hanging on for a whistle. 15:51 now remaining here in first period action, still no score between the Bengals and Bonnies. As mentioned, both of these teams were at CHF Nationals 2 years ago, as of course the pandemic didn't allow that tournament to come to a conclusion. In fact, Bono was already starting to see some of the impacts as the event went on. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go on here in tonight's action. Loose puck comes out to the blue line. Bono keeping it in the zone. They've done a good job of that so far tonight. Mego looking for a loose puck there in the slot. Finally does get out into the neutral zone. Now Joe Lotempio with a step of the defenseman. Lotempio in alone, lets the shot go. Save made by Filipowicz as Joe Lotempio had a step on both defenders. Puck was rolling on him just a little bit though. Maybe not unable to get the shot that he wanted off there, but a good scoring opportunity. The first real chance that the Bengals have generated so far in the early action. Not yet 5 minutes gone yet. 15:30 now remaining here in the first period. Lotempio wins that draw cleanly back to the point. Bengals keeping it in. Elliot Hunt dumps it down deep. Lotempio on two different Bonnies there, and St. Bonaventure breaks it out to the far side. They can't get it past the defenseman Hussey though. Comes briefly back out into the neutral zone. Bengals just send it back deep. Bonnies starting their breakout here. Jackson with a long cross-ice pass. He's got Mason Mego with some speed up the far side. Mego beats the defenseman, takes the shot, looking for that far side, but he shot it high and wide. Ends up coming all the way out into the neutral zone. Sent back in by O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue dumps it in. Alex Hussey picking it up there. Hussey goes D to D, and then up into the neutral zone is now Elliot Hunt with it. Hunt's got a man on him. His backhand pass is intercepted. Now Kernitz in the other direction. Kernitz cuts towards the middle, tries to get a shot through. Looked like he was tied up by Sardina. Shot just flutters softly wide, but Bonaventure keeping the puck in zone and looking for another opportunity here. Is sent in behind the net. Joe Lotempio finding possession for the Bengals. Getting some help from Hussey, but it's turned over there, and a quick opportunity for O'Brien in front. A.J. White had to make a shoulder save there to keep that one from getting past him. Puck is sent back down deep by Bonaventure as they're spending a lot of time in the Buff State zone so far in the first 5 minutes and change of action here. They have possession of it again. They bring it into the offensive zone. It's Jake Spina. Puck comes loose, picked up by Rappa. Rappa tries to circle the net, but he's driven off the puck. That allows Guerrero to pick it up. Rappa, though, had a chance to come out from behind the net as A.J. White was looking the other way, but we're going to have a call made on the play as the official blew the whistle and brought play to a halt as the net came off. Fortunate for the Bengals as A.J. White was looking over his left shoulder on that play, and it was over his right shoulder that Michael Rappa was looking to bring the puck out in front of the net and looking for that wraparound chance. Luckily, though, the net came off and play was halted before that could develop. Ryan Hahn has two men on him, gets it up to Glasgow. Glasgow taking a hit. Bonus keeping the pressure on here. Puck comes out to the near side. Gallivan unable to get it past the defenseman Jones. Now it's in behind the net where Hussey starts the breakout. Hussey up to Glasgow. He's got a man on him, but he gets it out into the neutral zone. Guerrero now coming in 2-on-2 with Gallivan. Gets it across to Gallivan. Gallivan ripping a hard wrist shot. That one goes wide. Glasgow keeping it in, forcing it down deep again where he's got Gallivan behind the net. Guerrera comes in to help out. He's got a man on him, but the two of them, Guerrera and Gallivan, down there in the corner keeping the forecheck going. Guerrera pulls that puck out, tries a wraparound attempt. 2 chances there from the doorstep. And eventually Filipowicz covers up and forces a whistle in the offensive zone for the Bengals. 13-13 remaining in first period action. No score yet between the Bengals and Bonnies. Bonnies have come out with a lot of life here so far in the first 6 minutes plus of the first period action. Spent a lot of time in the offensive zone. They also had a power play. And now the Bengals are looking to counter with some pressure of their own in the offensive zone. Winning the draw, getting it back to the point. Shot taken, loose puck on the doorstep. Filipowicz unable to pull it in as it was loose there for an extended period of time. He finally did reach out for it as he had his legs underneath him and had to reach a little bit extra just to find that puck. Did manage to do so before any of the Bengals could get there, and it's going to force another faceoff to his left in the offensive zone for Buff State. 13:06 remaining, no score yet. Bengals win the draw, try to get a quick shot in on goal. It sits in front of the net for a moment, but picked up and sent out the near boards by St. Bonaventure. Kept in by the Bengals. Zach Schultz with 2 men on him inside the blue line. Bengals trying to get it down deep and unable to get it away from these 3 different Bona players, as finally the Bonnies do send it the length of the ice and get it into Buff State territory. Not far enough for icing though, as Adam Brennan is back there to play it. Brennan finds Kelly. Kelly with a cross-ice pass. Now Brennan with speed and some room through the neutral zone. 2-on-1 developing here. Shot taken by Brennan. Went off the shoulder of Filipowicz. Looked like he might have almost got that top corner. Bengals keeping it down low. Rupert with that pass, feeding it back down low. Now out in front. It comes out to the point, and Kelly jumps into the play. Kelly with a backhand pass. He's got Rupert here. Rupert cuts towards the middle, lets a shot go. Bouncing puck. Looked like it got redirected on the way in. Filipowicz had to be sharp to keep track of where that shot was going. Did manage to make the save and cover up the rebound. First little bit of pressure here coming from the Bengals in this action. 12:15 now remaining in the first period. No score yet between the Buff State Bengals and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Faceoff is to the right of the goaltender, Filipowicz. And Bengals take possession of it off the draw. Sardina has it. Sardina getting wide on the defenseman, taking it around behind the net, looking for a backhand pass. Still has possession of it, just feeds it around behind the net. And now Joe Lotempio tries to keep it in, but it gets too far away from him, and Werner through the neutral zone. Sent back to the Bona blue line, and then dumped in by O'Donohue. First one to it in the far corners, Mitchell Marsh. Marsh gets it out towards the front, shot taken there, saved by White. Second opportunity covered up, and now there's a crowd in front of the net as the Bengals are making sure that the St. Bonaventure players don't spend too much time digging at their goaltender looking for loose pucks. And the Bona faithful responding with some pounding of the glass. Nice crowd here tonight at the William O. Smith Recreation Center, the Willie O, here in the city of Olean. Bunch of fans lining the glass behind the Bengals net, as well as a decent number in the stands. Good to see fans coming out and supporting non-varsity hockey. Elliott Hunt getting the puck into the offensive zone. He's got a man with the puck just in front of him. O'Donohue tries to force it away from the Bengals forecheckers, does a good job of that, gets it out into the neutral zone, and now it's Mitchell March bringing it in over the blue line and taking a huge hit as Elliott Hunt lined him up and took him out just along the far boards. Puck comes out to the neutral zone, loose puck just along the blue line for St. Bonaventure, picked up by Jones. Jones then feeds a pass, unable to connect with Kernitz, and that one's going to go far enough for icing. So we'll have a face-off in the Buff State offensive zone with 11:09 now left in the first period. Still no score yet between the Bonnies and Bengals as the action is picking up here from the Willie O. Some good physical contact there in the last few moments, as well as some chances being generated by the Bengals. Guerrera on for the draw against Kernitz. Kernitz winning that draw for St. Bonaventure, and the Bonnies look to start their breakout. They get it as far as the neutral zone, but Adam Brennan picks off a pass and sends it back in. Now the Bonnies again look to break it out with Aiden Jones. Jones feeds a pass up the middle of the ice. It goes off the stick of Johnson. That allows the Bengals to regroup. And Kelly feeds a pass across to Brennan. Brennan tries to chip one through the neutral zone. It comes softly into the Bonnies' end. And they dump it through the neutral zone as the teams are now just trading possession, mostly in the neutral zone at the moment. Shashko brings it into the offensive zone. Gallivan, a good job to stay on side. He's got the puck in the slot now and a chance with a backhand. Great save as Filipowicz got that glove hand up to deny Gallivan. Bengals keeping it in though. Brennan winds up, lets that shot go. Got deflected and went just wide. Now in behind the net, Jones looks to start the breakout. Comes to Kelly. Kelly with 2 men on him. Good job to get away from them and force it up to the blue line. Guerrera gets it the rest of the way into the offensive zone, and a couple Bengals go to make changes. Puck on the far side as the Bona player kicked it ahead. Now a 2-on-1 developing. Bringing it in. Kernitz taking the shot. That one went just wide as he fired it along the ice, looking for the far side post. Offsides then called at the blue line as the Bengals just went in offsides. Not sure exactly who had played the puck there. Thought that might have been waved off, but the official saw it as offsides and made the call with 9:50 remaining in the first period. Still no score yet between Buff State and St. Bonaventure. Thanks for joining us tonight here from live coverage here in Olean. Taken along the blue line by Anton Rupert as the puck is sent all the way back in on goal for Buff State, and White plays it to Hahn. Hahn up the near side. Gets it up to Cole Newman, and then some quick one-touch passes in the neutral zone. Allow the Bengals to gain the zone. Rupert hard towards the front of the net. Good play there by the defenseman to deny him that lane, and Filipowicz eventually made the pad save to deny the actual shot in on goal, but it is going to result in a penalty to St. Bonaventure as the referee signaled a hooking call against number 16, Jake Spina. So the Bengals get a chance on the power play here, and they've had a little bit of good offensive zone time the last few minutes here in this action. We'll see if they can continue that here with the man advantage. Bengals man advantage been quite solid throughout the year, 11 for 31, connecting at 35% of their power play chances. Bonaventure, however, winning the draw and clearing it all the way to the blue line. Keeping it in though with Sardina, only briefly though, as he had a man on him, Michael Rappa, pretty quickly. Back into the Buff State end, Guerrera settles it down. Has a man on him, chips it along to Gallivan. Now Gallivan with some speed up the near side. His pass is deflected though. That gives St. Bonaventure another chance to send it the length of the ice. Jacob Jackson doing so there. H.A. White quickly plays the puck out into the neutral zone. Anton Rupert has it there, gets it to Schultz. Schultz cuts in towards the middle. Now slows it down on the far side. Schultz back to Gallivan. Gallivan looking to the midpoint. He's got Guerrera there. Guerrera winds up, lets the shot go. Hard slap shot goes high and wide off the glass. Bonaventure then finds possession and clears it back to the Buff State zone. Slap shot from Guerrera had an awful lot on it. Get that one in on net, it's going to be a dangerous one to handle for the goaltender. Anton Rupert now setting it up along the hash marks. Stops and looks for a pass. Still with a little bit of room here to make a move. Finally sends it down low to Lotempio. Lotempio out of the corner, looking for a passing lane. Down low to Rupert. Rupert tries to jam it in front. Quick little play there right on the doorstep as Rupert tried to take it hard to the post. Just couldn't get it past the goaltender. 42 seconds now remaining in the Buff State power play. As it comes out of the neutral zone, unable to get to that one was Lotempio, and now a chance for Bona to get into the offensive zone. Comes out to Lotempio though, he's got a man on him. Jones doing a good job there killing off this penalty for St. Bonaventure. Had 2 men on him, but beat them both for the loose puck and sent it all the way deep into Buff State territory. Now 22 seconds remaining in the power play. In the neutral zone now, Lotempio takes a hit, gets knocked off the puck. Bengals have to regroup with now just 12 seconds in the power play. Elliott Hunt through the neutral zone, gains the blue line, getting wide on the defenseman. He takes a little snapshot there from the bottom part of the circle. Filipowicz had a good view of that one, made a fairly easy glove save. Hangs on for a face-off with 5 seconds now remaining in the Buff State power play. 7 minutes and 32 seconds overall in this period. Support for Buffalo State Club Hockey comes from Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, investment, retail, or industrial property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Bengals power play coming to a conclusion. Both teams now successful at killing off a penalty. Puck comes out of the corner as Lotempio takes a huge hit. And now through the neutral zone, it's Michael Rappa. Rappa losing control of that puck. And the Bengals find possession of it behind their own net. As it comes quickly out in front, White has to cover that one up as he had 2 Bona players there looking for a rebound. Bengals players again clearing the front of the net after that whistle. And we'll have a face-off coming up inside the Buff State zone with 7:03 now remaining here in first period play. Face-off will be coming up to the blocker side of A.J. White, and it's going to be Rupert taking the draw against Rappa. Puck is finally dropped. Bona wins the draw. The shot goes wide. Picked up there in the near boards. Gosen takes a hit, and it's sent back down deep by O'Brien for St. Bonaventure. Puck goes through the neutral zone. Icing waved off as the player for St. Bonaventure had a chance to play at Radler. And the breakout attempt up the far side is successful at getting it into the neutral zone. O'Brien just can't handle that pass. Now just inside the Buff State blue line. It's going to be Kernitz driving in towards the net. Kernitz into the slot, gets taken off of that puck. Fans looking for a penalty, but that loose puck comes right out to Mason Mego. And Mego buries that opportunity. Didn't look like A.J. White knew exactly where that puck was. And St. Bonaventure is on the board first here tonight. They get the game's first goal with 6:29 remaining in the first period. Kind of a scrambly looking play there inside the Buff State zone. Puck bouncing around a little bit. And Kernitz came out with possession of it, got it in front to Mego. And Mego buried that loose puck and makes this a 1-0 lead for St. Bonaventure. Fitzpatrick off the draw, sends a pass up the far side, too far for its intended target, and it will go far enough for icing. So an icing right off of the goal for St. Bonaventure, and Buff State now with a chance for a draw in the offensive zone. Bengals with the line of Guerrera, Glasgow, and Gallivan out here. Glasgow being one of the top scorers for the Bengals over the last couple of years. Gallivan and Guerrera are two newcomers to the team this year that are leading the team in points so far. Shot taken from the point, redirected, and it gets past the goaltender. Shot came in from Jeff Hyde. It looked like Guerrera got a piece of it. We've got ourselves a tie game here. The redirection goal gets the Bengals even. That was pretty much what the Bengals had to be looking for, as that first goal for St. Bonaventure had gotten the crowd into the game. And the Bengals with the quick response, making this a 1-1 game. 6:15 now remaining here in the first period. Puck in the neutral zone, Bona with possession. Puck sent down deep. Ryan Hahn to it there, sends the breakout pass up the far side. He's got Glasgow. Glasgow chips it through the neutral zone. Gallivan gets it away from one Bona player. Now Guerrera takes it into the offensive zone. Guerrera almost chipping it away from two different Bona players and giving himself a lane to the net. Puck comes out to the blue line. Hahn unable to maintain the zone, and offsides is called. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 5:47 remaining, and a very exciting first period of play as the crowd here at the Willie O continues to grow. It's great to see that crowd here for a Saturday night St. Bonaventure game. Bengals win the draw, get the puck into the offensive zone, but Bona regaining possession, getting it quickly up ice. Puck is taken off the stick of the Bona player there in the high slot. Now the Bengals looking to counter. So Lotempio through the neutral zone, can't connect with Elliott Hunt, but it goes right into the goaltender. And Filipowicz had Hunt quickly closing on him there, so he covers up. And we'll have a face-off in the Bonaventure zone to the right of Filipowicz. 5:30 now remaining in first period play. 1-1 is our score here, as Captain Joe Lotempio on for the draw. Comes back to the point. Kelly unable to keep it inside the zone. As it comes loose again, now it's going to be Sardina carrying it in. Sardina losing control of that one as it's sent through the neutral zone, back into Buff State territory. Kelly on that one there. D to Brennan. Brennan doing some stick handling there to get away from one man. Finally does get away from him. Sends a pass to Sardina, and Sardina gets it out to the blue line. Comes finally out into the neutral zone, just outside of the Bonaventure territory right now. Bonaventure quickly countering, sending it in with Connor Uhas. In behind the net now. Two different Bengals in there trying to come out with possession, but it is the lone Bonaventure player that does. Unfortunately for him, though, his pass went right through the slot and then all the way out of the zone. And the Bonaventure Bonnies have to start back in their own end. That Pass doesn't connect in the neutral zone. Cole Newman now countering. Newman gets it past the defenseman, dumping it deep into the offensive zone with 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first. Fitzpatrick carries it out from behind his net, flips it into the neutral zone. Ryan Hahn with it there. Had a player closing quickly, but he gets it up to Rupert. Schultz and another player get tied up there just inside the blue line. As now St. Bonaventure breaking it out up the near side. Loose puck there, picked up by the Bengals. Rupert sending it deep into the offensive zone. Schultz quickly on it with some forecheck pressure. Comes in and the Bengals keep it in, sending it back down deep again. Rupert and Schultz down low, trying to create some opportunities. Bonaventure chipping it out of the zone. And getting a piece of that one with his stick was Mitchell Marsh, but he ended up deflecting it into the Buff State bench. And that will force a face-off back in the St. Bonaventure zone because that's where that pass originated from. So Bona will have a defensive zone draw with 3:55 now remaining here in the first period. It is a 1-1 score. The Bengals getting the quick answer to the first goal of the game by St. Bonaventure. Guerrera on for the draw here for Buff State against Michael Rappa. Bengals win the draw and Gallivan sends it down low. Gallivan now pressuring the Bonaventure defenseman, but a good play there by Jackson to get it to his D partner Stutz. Stutz's pass doesn't connect though, and now Guerrera looking to bring it back in. Guerrera chips a pass, but he doesn't get it as far as Gallivan. And then a big collision in front of the St. Bonaventure bench as Spina got taken down, and Ryan Hahn was the better part of that collision. Now picking up the puck inside of his own zone, gets it up to Glasgow. Glasgow flips it through the neutral zone, now just inside the Bonaventure zone as Jacob Jackson sends it into center ice. Sent all the way into the Buff State zone by Spina, but the first one to it there's going to be Ryan Hahn. Hahn bounces it off the boards and into the neutral zone where Glasgow is. Glasgow can't get it off of the one Bona player there, and that allows St. Bonaventure to send it all the way back into Buffalo State territory. Bengals now looking to regroup and come through the neutral zone. 3 minutes remaining in the first period as we're going to have a penalty called here. I didn't see exactly what happened there behind the play, but both O'Brien and Brennan getting to their skates after some sort of collision, and it looks like Brennan's going to the bench and O'Brien's heading to the penalty box. Bonaventure players trying to plead their case there. The official hearing none of it though, and signaling an interference call. So with just under 3 minutes to go in period number one, the Bengals head to the power play with a chance to go up 2-1 here in this contest. And our coverage is brought to you by Ivy Lee Pharmacy, a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years. If you're traveling to Canada, PCR COVID tests are available at Ivy Lee with a quick 1-hour turnaround. Find Ivy Lee at 2446 Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore or ivyleepharmacy.com. Bengals win the draw here on the power play. Sardina at the far point. Sends it in behind the net. And it comes out to the near side where Gallivan sets it up to the hash marks. Gallivan out to Guerrera. With the backhand pass to Gallivan. Gallivan winds up, takes the shot, and rips it through the pad of the goaltender. It's 2-1 Bengals. And Gallivan winding up with a big slap shot there. The goaltender was in the right position to make the save. Shot just had too much on it, got right through the left pad. The Bengals take the lead in this one. It is a 2-1 game now with 2:42 left in the first period. Well, it's probably easy to say that St. Bonaventure has had the better part of play here for most of the first period. Certainly was the case in the first 5 minutes or so. Bengals started to even the ice a little bit here in the contest. They quickly answered the St. Bonaventure goal, and now they have a lead, looking for more. Sardina looking for a top corner there, went just high and wide. Off the glass, ended up coming out of the zone. Bengals, though, with possession of it back in their own end. Kelly with it in the near boards. Chips it up to the blue line. And unable to get it out on the first attempt, but Jolo Tempio does manage to get it to center ice on the second effort. Quickly countering, though, it is Mego for St. Bonaventure. Gets it into the offensive zone, but here come the Bengals with a 2-on-1. Hunt gets it across, but he can't connect with Sardina there, as there was a Bonaventure player coming late to make it a 2-on-2 setup. Comes out to Sardina, though. His shot goes off the shoulder of the goaltender. Filipowicz kind of struggled to find that rebound briefly, as the Bengals are putting some decent pressure on here, but Mego intercepts a pass, carrying it through the neutral zone, drawing a penalty, as the puck comes out to Adam Brennan. Brennan touching that one up, and Elliot Hunt taking a penalty that he probably shouldn't have taken there as there were two different Bengals players back, and he was chasing down the puck carrier and got the stick in the midsection, and that's going to automatically result in the hooking call every time. So 1:45 remaining in the first period, and St. Bonaventure goes to the power play here. A chance to even things up. It was a Bengals power play goal that made this a 2-1 game, and now St. Bonaventure with a chance to make it 2-2. Bengals penalty kill has been very good this year, killing off 90% of the penalties they take. 36 of 40 power plays killed off by the Bengals so far this year. Spina taking a shot there quickly off the draw. Looked like it hit a skate and went wide. O'Brien with it there now, but Kelly finding possession, clearing it to the point. Jones keeping it in for Bonaventure. Spina's shot in on goal, sticked away by A.J. White. Bona maintaining possession. Down low now, as Spina feeds a pass out to O'Brien. His shot goes high. It looked like A.J. White might have gotten a glove on it. Comes out in front. Rapid shot goes off the pad of White. Bonaventure still with possession here on the power play. Ryan Hahn creating some difficulty there for his man. Sends it the length of the ice. Gallivan now putting some pursuit on with a minute to go in the period and a minute 12 remaining in the Buff State penalty. Bengals pressure here on the penalty kill, creating a loose puck, allowing them to get possession of it. Ryan Hahn taking advantage of that opportunity, sending it all the way back into St. Bonaventure territory with now 44 seconds remaining in the first. Puck is dumped in by Fitzpatrick, but Brennan is the first one to it there, loses control of it to Johnson. Bengals though doing a good job of finding loose pucks in their own zone. Ryan Hahn finding that one and sending it back into St. Bonaventure territory. 28 seconds now remaining in the first period, as breaking it out from behind his own net is Jacob Jackson. Into the neutral zone, dumped into the offensive zone by St. Bonaventure, but it's right in on net. A.J. White decides to cover that one up and hold on for a whistle. 17.4 seconds remaining in the period, 33 seconds still remaining in the penalty to Elliott Hunt. Bonaventure power play doing similar work to what they did on their first effort, as they did a good job of maintaining it in the offensive zone, keeping the pressure on, keeping the puck in at the point. Bengals did manage to break some of that pressure and clear it a couple of times here on this most recent one. Draw is won by Bonaventure. Shot quickly taken, right in on goal. Rebound behind White. And Bonaventure finds control of it. They put it past him to make this one 2-2. Seemed to be a rolling puck as it came in on net. White made the initial stop, but somehow the puck ended up getting behind him. And the player there was able to find it in behind him and bury that rebound. So with 11.7 seconds remaining in the period, the penalty ends up being costly to the Bengals and allows the Bonaventure Bonnies to come back and tie this game up 2-2 with 11 seconds and change now remaining in the period. As the draw is played into the Buff State zone. Ryan Hahn off the boards, and it's into the Bonaventure territory. As Joe Lotempio putting some pressure on in the waning seconds of the period. Kept in, shot in towards the net just after the buzzer though. And that will bring the first period to a conclusion. An exciting first period here from Olean, the William O. Smith Recreation Center in Olean, New York. It is a 2-2 score after one period of play. And our coverage is proudly sponsored by Town Auto. For over 50 years, a proud member of the Western New York community, putting customers' needs first and helping them find the right car at the right price. The dealerships of Town Auto make buying a car easy, whether online, over the phone, or in store. We love our town. The law offices of Nicholas J. Narchis, an advocate for Western New Yorkers with blue-collar roots. With offices in Lockport and Geneseo, find them online, narchislaw.com. Supporters also include the Hurdle Parker Liquor Store, with everyday low prices on a great selection of wine and spirits. The Hurdle Parker Liquor Store on the corner of Hurdle and Parker in North Buffalo. And supporters also include Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of Buff State Club Hockey, making high-end custom team uniforms, bags, and apparel. EnviousGameware.com. So we're going to step away here at the end of the first period, and we'll be back with the start of period number 2. Our score after one, it is the Buff State Bengals 2 and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies 2.